Hey, how's it going, guys? Sam Davies here from Secondhand Smoke Barbecue. Today we're gonna make Juicy Lucy's. Right, so what's a Juicy Lucy? Basically, it's a cheeseburger with the cheese stuffed inside the burger. They hail out of Minneapolis in the Midwest. There's a whole bunch of places that claim they did the first one. Really popular burger in the Midwest. We're gonna make a couple super easy ingredients. The first thing you wanna start with is a really good quality mince. So you can go to your butcher and ask for chuck steak or a brisket offcut. What you're looking for is a 20% fat content. The best way to do it is mince it yourself. So we've got some nice Wagyu brisket offcuts that we mix with some chuck steak and chuck through the grinder on our KitchenAid. You can use a hand grinder as well. Once you've got the mince set up, you're just gonna wanna roll them into little balls. Simple as that, don't do anything else at that stage. And you're gonna wanna get everything else set up. So we've got some pickles, homemade BB Cucina, we've got some cheese, and I'll talk about that a bit later. Lettuce, onion, got the rolls all buttered up, all the sauces and condiments as well. So the next thing you wanna do is actually get these Juicy Lucy's put together. Great, so you're gonna wanna lay some cling film out over the cutting board and just chuck patty on top. You can use like a bowl or a heavy bottom fry pan, or there's actually burger presses. I just use my hand, it's fine. Each one of these balls is about 120 grams. Again, it doesn't really matter, but you want to sort of get them to about the same size as the bun you're using. So you can just sort of check that. So that looks pretty good. You're going about a 1/4 inch thick. So once you've got your two pretty evenly sized patties, we're going to jump in with the cheese. What we've got here is a mixture of provolone and some cheddar. All the Americans use American cheese. I think grated works really well. You can just put a disc in there, but we want a lot of cheese coming out of this, so I'm gonna pat these out and lay the cheese out as neatly as possible. Get a decent amount of cheese in there. Sweet, then it's just a matter of adding the two patties together, and you end up with a pretty decent sized patty making these. Sealing one edge, and then you're gonna wanna flip it and seal the other edge. And you want to get a good seal on both sides. It's worth being a bit pedantic at this stage. So you end up with a pretty big boy. Looks like that. This stage you're going to want to season them. Bit of salt. That's it. A lot of people do too much to their burgers. They chuck in breadcrumbs and herbs. If you've got good mince, all you need is salt. It's going to taste awesome. Got a couple of Juicy Lucy's set up. That's your Juicy Lucy there. So what we're going to do is get the Weber nice and hot, and then we're going to sear this off. Cool, so we put some charcoal on, got some briquettes and then some lump charcoal in there as well. We got a cast iron plate. You really want to be searing steaks or burgers over cast iron. Got a little bit of oil we'll chuck on there. Should be medium heat, it doesn't need to be crazy hot. So that looks pretty good. So we're going to chuck our first Juicy Lucy down on there. Should get a nice sizzle. And so we're going to leave that for about 5 minutes. We want the cheese to melt on the inside. So anytime you're cooking on a Weber kettle, you're going to cook with the lid closed. So it's been on for about 5 minutes. We're going to flip. Chuck a little bit more oil down. Get a good sear on there. You don't want to push down too much. Also add on a little bit of mesquite wood, just to add a little bit of smoky flavour on there. You don't have to do that, but adds a little something something. Sweet, so it's been on for about 7 or 8 minutes now. See, we got some good smoke happening here as well. Some nice colour around the edges there. Get that off. Looks pretty good. See a bit of cheese coming out of that. Sweet, so now we're going to assemble. So we've got our brioche bun, not toasted. Can toast them, I quite like them toasted, but we'll go non-toasted here. Great, so now we're going to assemble. I like to start with a little bit of ketchup on the base. This is all up to your own personal preference, really. Then we go on with the Juicy Lucy. Perfect size there. Another personal preference, but I like a bit of Kewpie mayonnaise on there. Go some homemade pickles. A little bit of red onion. And we're gonna go a bit of spicy mustard, layer up those flavors. And finally a little bit of iceberg lettuce. Just a bit of crunch. Pop the top. And there you have a Juicy Lucy. But this is the critical part. Now let's cut into this bad boy and see how she looks. Oh yeah. Meat's cooked medium rare. And got that gushing cheese in the middle. A damn good cheeseburger right there. You want some, Blakes?
Yep.
Sweet, so super easy to make. Cheers for watching. Check out Secondhand Smoke on Instagram. Subscribe below if you like the video. Hit like. Catch you next time. Thanks, guys.